Sleeping and waking up. Good evening, Abuja. Welcome to the show Unbroken. We are back bigger and better. Unbroken is now a human rights radio show dedicated to fight against gender-based violence against persons. When we say persons, we mean we speak for men and women in an abusive situations. On this show, we will be attending to complaints on assault, rape, emotional and physical abuse, reports on spousal batterings and assault on any persons, male or female, as long as you can prove with evidence that you have been assaulted. Also, background checks and detailed investigations will be carried out once we get complaints to be sure we are dealing with real case. Are you going through any form of abuse? And you desire help? The radio program is for you. Are you going through any form of abuse in any way, office, in your home, among people, among your family members? This radio show is for you. You can access justice through this radio platform by sending a WhatsApp message to 081 872 74284. In the course of the program, we'll announce the phone number to call again. This radio program is supported by National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Person, NAPTIP, and Forced Gender Unit of the Nigerian Police Force. You can be rest assured that your matter will get the attention you desire. To stream this program live on Facebook and Instagram, please like and follow us at Brixton Balls TV, BRIXTONBOLLS TV, and tweet at us at Balls TV, BOLLS TV. And so tonight, I am not here alone. I am here with a couple of wonderful people. And to my right is Mrs. Toluwaloba Odugbesan. She's the Assistant Director and Head Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Unit, NAPTIP. Welcome, madam.
Thank you very much.
So good to have you here on the show with us. And also with me is a legal practitioner, Barrister James Ekioma. Barrister James is one of our legal partners on this show. Welcome, Barrister. Adiola Adeotich is one of the team working behind the scenes to put the show together. Welcome, Adiola.
Thank you very much.
Just before we go into discussion proper, let's take a few commercials. We will be right back.
Sanitizing, extermination, and general cleaning services. We use hospital-grade chemicals with electric and electrostatic tools to help you create a safer environment for your customers and employees. These commercial fumigation services are used in homes, hospitals, schools, churches, mosques, manufacturing facilities, warehouses, offices, farms, schools, clubhouses, restaurants, and bars, and other businesses.
I'm trying to see if I can get all of you, but that would mean turning this way.
Businesses. It is ideal for us all to keep safe. Let us protect your house, office, factories, religious houses, schools, and hotels against coronavirus and other pathogens. To book our services, call Victoria on 0907 193 8680. Brixton Fumigation.
Okay, so when you want to talk, you can turn the mic to where you are.
Friendly with pests and viruses.
Domestic violence is the fact that we have more than, it's not all about physical abuse. We have emotional abuse, we have the economic abuse, we have the verbal abuse, we have different types of abuse.
Let me try something.
Abuse, such as the person
and rape follows,
you know, some people have a lot of anger issues, some are psychotic without knowing. So you have to look at, put into consideration all that. Actually, saying a person that actually went through that kind of domestic abuse, but one of the things the lady did was she was actually able to confront her fears. She told herself the truth, and she was able to speak up. By speaking up, you accepted the reality and you're speaking up so that you'll be able to manage those issues.
Domestic violence entails any activity or set of activities that causes harm and is threat in someone within confines of marriage, relationship, or family. It goes way beyond physical harm that includes hitting, punching, beating. It also encompasses emotional abuse. It also encompasses durable ability. Right? So any activity or set of activities that
I'm trying to see if I can take all three,
somebody, either
but that's not working.
It's not working.
or
Let's take it the way it
otherwise, and
is.
still fair
Okay.
in the confines of relationship,
Sorry.
marriage, or family.
I
And can
wish.
be referred to as domestic violence.
Sweetheart.
The one that I
Do
know
something for
of,
Can you man the
the
camera?
guy was
Okay.
Man the
always
camera.
beating
So you can be
her
tilting to this.
Towards whoever is speaking.
Yes, at
to the friends or
times.
the siblings. At a point,
So to tilt is
sometimes
very
I
simple.
called the wife. She was like, nothing. How am I dear? I said, how are you? She was now talking. She couldn't even speak up of what was going on. So it was later when I found out through someone else that they were beating her up. She now started telling me of what happened to her. So that's how she was now like saying that that's like the third or fourth time. Or the guy will still apologize and tell them not to say. I don't know why it's always like that. So not until some of them will even speak up. And another thing is some of them are always shy of speaking up because they are thinking of what the world would say. What would this person say about me? What would that person say about me? So they're always shy. I beg, make them not speak up.
Africa as a whole, our perception of domestic violence is a lot more different than that that's perceived in other parts of the world, especially the European and all of that. Why do I say that? So many things that are actually signs of domestic violence in Africa, especially Nigeria here, are seen as a normal marriage situation, where the woman is supposed to be 100% submissive, and then the man is supposed to be the head of the house and everything. But because we don't speak a lot about domestic violence, most women don't even know when they are being violated. And some men too do not know too, because domestic violence goes both ways.
Thanks for staying with us. In case you're just joining us, the show is Unbroken. Mrs. Odugbeson, are there laws in Nigeria that prohibit gender-based violence? And if there's any, please name them.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
There are various laws that are anti-violence against persons. We have the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have the Penal Code. We have the Child Rights Act 2003. We have the AJA, Administration of Criminal Justice, as well as the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act 2015. Those are some of the laws that have been used even before the advent of the BAP to curtail and act as a deterrent to violence against persons.
All right. In this part of the world, we just run our lives on a daily basis. We do stuff, we do things. But things happen to people and they don't know where to turn to. Situations happen in marriages, in homes, among friends, colleagues, random issues on the streets, mob actions and all of that. In a place where something happened and your right is being violated, or in the home where a minor is raped, or domestic violence between a man and a woman, what should people do? What are the things people need to do for them to access justice, especially with your agency and also according to the law, according to the Act 2015?
Well, the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act 2015, Section 1, mandates NAPTIP to have a sexual offenders and service providers register. The essence of the service providers register is to bring to bear the details of offenders, the punishment meted out to them, and any background checks that can be conducted on these offenders. It is meant to serve as a tool for advocacy and a tool to ensure that victims come out, to encourage them to come out. Rather than naming and blaming the victim, the service providers register and transfers the victimization and the stigmatization from the victim to the perpetrator. Section 44 of that same act also mandates NAPTIP to implement the Violence Against Persons Act. Therefore, in Nigeria as of today, it is only the National Agency for Prevention of Trafficking that has been given the mandate to implement the Violence Against Persons Act. But NAPTIP cannot do it alone. That is why NAPTIP works with other organizations. We work with Women Affairs, we work with the police, and we have high-mark meetings with them, high-level meetings. We also have SPAC meetings with them on how to eliminate this scourge from the shores of our country. But NAPTIP cannot do it alone. And in NAPTIP, we have lines of reporting. We receive cases from the police, from the civil defense, other sister agencies. We have cases being referred to us even from the FCT and Sexual and Gender-Based Response Squad. And once these cases are reported to us, we take action. We spring into action. The agency has a rapid response course whereby if there is need for the victim to be removed from that environment to protect the victim, they spring into action. The DG just springs into action, gives the rapid response course, the directive. They go and remove the victim to protect the victim and save life. And at the end of the day, the rapid response course will continue to monitor the victim and at the end of the day arrest the perpetrator if and when need be. Aside from that, we also have shelters. In as much as the agency has no budgeting for implementing the VAP Act, the DG is trying. Ajia Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, and make sure she's a woman, she's a lovely mother, she's a go-getter. The agency still, despite inadequate financial allocation to take care of victims of trafficking and victims of violence against persons, ensures that all victims are properly taken care of. We take them to our shelters, provide the needed psychological, medical, and legal assistance they need. We also provide counseling. I head the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Unit, and we provide counseling for women who are mostly victims. Not that we don't have men who are victims. Sexual and gender-based violence, it occurs, it affects men and it affects women, but majority of the victims we see are women. So at times that's why people concentrate more on women, and most of the cases and examples they cite are cases that affect women. We've seen men coming to the agency. Oh, the land I bought, she collected it. She has been stabbing me. I've had stroke for 6 months. She doesn't look after me. She leaves the house anytime she wants. She brings her boyfriend inside the house. I've caught men on top of my wife. They are real cases. So we acknowledge the fact that the men too also are victims. And if we are going to win this fight, we must carry the men along. Absolutely. We must. It's not something that the women can do alone. That's true. So another thing NAPTIP does is we have reporting hotlines. We have 2 lines and other lines whereby we encourage victims to make reports to the agency. The lines are with our officers. They provide online counseling and probably online advice for protection of the victim. Where are you? There was a victim that called us 1 o'clock in the night. Where are you? She said she's at this Gaines Village roundabout. By the time we got there, we picked her up. What we tell her, look, this is what we are going to do. We took her to the hospital and everything. Did everything like that. But at the end of the day, because of the culture of silence, she didn't want to come out. And when we talk to victims of domestic violence and rape, if it's there are so many. When you say rape, is it rape committed by a family member that is incest? Is it rape? Our culture is so patriarchal. So even if a person has been violated and she knows her rights have been violated, who does she tell that will not? Who does she speak to? That will not judge her. That will not judge her. That will not use that narcissist attitude and say, yes, what were you wearing? Or what do you do? What did you do? Or after all, I have the right to do anything I want with your body. Your body is mine. I have paid your bride price, thereby I can do anything I want to you. So those are the issues. But another thing is that I just want to stress that anybody who has been raped, the first thing you do is to come as you are, either to NAPTIP or to the nearest police station, so that they'll be able to gather first-hand evidence of the rape. Yeah. Thank you so much. You said something a while ago about silence culture. Yes. Most victims of domestic violence or rape don't speak out. How can we win the war against silence? What do we do? How can we create awareness on how to help people, encourage people to speak out? Because most people have died and it's as a result of not speaking out. Also, I want to think also, before you go ahead to answer the question, I think when people speak out,
is the way they are being received or possibly judged that make people to go back into their shell. But from my own experience as the head of your department, how can we win the battle against silent culture? But before you go, let me quickly announce the number to call. Are you out there, you are dealing with abuse of any sort, domestic abuse, rape, whatsoever it is that you're going through, and you need help? Help has come finally. And the number to call on the show tonight is 070-354-21751. I call it again. 0703-542-175. Hello, are you there? Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, the call dropped. Please go ahead with your answer.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How do we break the culture of silence? Like I said earlier on, Nigeria is a patriarchal society. When we say patriarchal society, we mean what the men say is rule and is the law. Is it possible for a man, is it normally possible for a man to be having sexual relations with his daughter? No. But you see, yes, it's sick. But at the end of the day, you are violating your daughter's rights. It's an abomination in some communities. It's unheard of in the sight of God. But for this girl to come out and go to the mom, mom, please, every night, this is what I experience, or even when I don't experience it, I'll just fall asleep, and when I wake up, I just get told that this man gets up at a particular time, and she would not see him.
That is what baffles me most in this whole thing. The silent culture of the women that are supposed to stand in for these minors, these voiceless children.
Because of the patriarchal nature of the society, one, you cannot go and report your husband to anybody in the family. The woman will bear the brunt of it, no matter what he has done. That is number one. Number two, if the woman decides to leave that marriage because of that, there's a stigma attached to her. Yes, that
she's a divorcee.
She's a divorcee.
And nobody will check why she left.
Yes, and that she wants to give the family a bad name because her daughter told her something. Is it true that the daughter has been raped by the father, or the daughter is a loose girl on her own? Number three, in some society, incest is normal. It's natural. What differs from one society to the other, you know, what is acceptable in one society may not be acceptable in another society.
That's true.
Another thing is that we encourage our women to be empowered. If you are empowered and the man is the breadwinner of the family and the woman is scared, she will be in denial to acknowledge the fact that her husband is having relations with her daughter.
That's very
because
true.
Where does she go?
From there,
if she has 9 children and the man is paying school fees, is the breadwinner, she doesn't have a say in the house.
She doesn't.
So where does she go? If she acknowledges the fact that if she can even conceive it, she's in trouble. Because as a mother, her instincts would not take it. They would want to side her daughter.
Wow.
So what happens? Do you now betray your daughter and allow the other children to suffer because you are not empowered enough and financially independent enough to be able to look after the other children and damn the consequences? So those are the things that encourage the culture of silence. Another issue is that, you see, well, in our society, we must not say, oh, we are fighting for justice, access to justice of victims. No. We must ensure that justice is done, fine. But justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. Why? We are talking about the Sex Offenders and Service Providers Register. We are putting the names of offenders, the offenses they've committed. That would encourage other girls, other victims, other men to speak out that this man that violated my rights, this is what they did to him. I am very happy. I may have sisters that are also being violated. And we tell them, look, what that man did to you, can you see him here? Justice must not only be done, but it must be seen to be done.
Wow. Are you going through any form of abuse? Are you in any danger right now and you desire help? This radio program is for you. You can access justice through this radio platform by sending us a WhatsApp message or call us on 0703 542 1751. 0703 542 1751. Someone is on the line. Hello, who is there? Good evening. Okay, the call dropped. The number to call is 0703 542 1751. I guess a lot of calls are trying to come in at the same time. We are losing them. All right, just keep your call coming in. We should be able to take a few before we calls are trying to come in at the same time. Who is on the line? Good evening. Oh, dropping calls. So sorry. Mrs. Tolu.
Yes.
Abandonment of spouse and children and other dependents without any sustenance. When we've seen a couple of these happen in our society, when men just abscond and just leave their dependents, wife, children, based on the fact that something happened. Sorry, we have a call. Hello, who is there? Good evening. Who is on the line? Wow. Can you hear me? Wow. All right, just keep your calls coming in. We have an alternative number that you can call. Just keep your calls coming in. The number to call is, okay, let's take this. Hello, can you hear me? Wow, sorry. You can try another number, 0818 7274 284. 0818 727 4284. So we said something about, abandoning your spouse and children and other dependents. What are the implications of these? What are the things this implies, and what are the punishments these are tracked under the law? Should anybody do this to anyone? Hello, is anybody there?
They'll pay a fine of up to 200,000 or both fine and imprisonment. And then any person that receives or assists someone that has committed their offense will be sent to prison for up to 1 year, or pay a fine of 100 million or 100,000 or both fine and imprisonment. Wow. So all those family members that encourage men to abandon their families and throw their wives out of they are also accomplices
of competent jurisdiction to seek for maintenance.
Yes.
You can actually tell the court, okay, this is the father of these children or child, as the case may be.
Yes.
This man should be made or held responsible for their welfare.
Yes.
And by virtue of the Child Land Act,
is anyone there?
The court is obligated to grant such orders.
Very right.
So sorry, I don't know why we are unable to pick calls. I just don't know, and this is really hurting me in a way. Hello, good evening. Oh God, we have calls coming in, they are jamming themselves. I'm so sorry. Please send us a WhatsApp chat on. There's this number you can send a WhatsApp chat on, so we can read your chat right away on the show if you can't get in. Send us a WhatsApp chat on 081 872 74284. 0818 727 4284. Send your WhatsApp message and we will read it live on the show. So you were saying something about the question I asked a while ago.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead. Who is on the line? Your name, please, and where are you calling from?
My name is calling from Masaka.
Okay, Tommy from Masaka. What is your question?
Yes. My question.
Hello? Wow. Oh, so sorry. We lost that call. Hello, who is on the line? Hello, is anybody there? All right, let's use an alternative phone number. You can also call us on 0802 600 7418. 0802 600 7418. 0802 600 7418. Let's take this and see if we can get this through. Hello, who is on the line?
This is Yunusa.
Mr. Yunusa, good evening. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kaduna.
Okay, Mr. Yunusa from Kaduna. All the way from Kaduna, please, what's your question or contribution?
Yes, my question goes like, I have seen cases of girls wearing half naked clothes. I don't know whether is there any law guiding all this kind of dressing in Nigeria. Is anything in law saying something about this they are dressing, or there is no any law concerning that?
It's okay.
Based on my research is that they are wearing things that girls wear normally attract men.
It's okay. Contribution taken. We will answer that question right about now. Thank you. Hello, who's on the line? Hello? Are you there? All right, sorry, we lost that call. To call onto the show. Okay, we have another call. Hello, are you there? Wow.
Hello.
Good evening. Who is on the line and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Good evening, we can hear you. Speak out. Yes, please, we can hear you. All right, please, James, go ahead with your contribution. Go ahead. Hello, who is there? Hello, can you hear us? Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abuja.
Abuja. Okay, where in Abuja?
Maraba.
Maraba. Okay, what's your question or contribution?
She's having problems getting across.
Okay,
She's in an unsafe environment where she cannot talk.
Please,
clearly.
if you can't talk right now,
If you can't talk right now,
the
please.
number to call after the hello, good evening. Just hang on the show, sir. Hang on the line there, please. In case you hold on, please, Mr. Joseph, hold on. Miss or Mrs. Toyin, in case you can't speak where you are, kindly call this number 081 872 74284. The number to call after this show, if you are in an unsafe place where you can't talk, call us on 081 872 74284 and we'll be right here to take your complaints.
Please take care of yourself.
Hello, who is there?
Madam Toby, be safe.
Good evening, ma'am. Who is on the line? And where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Abuja.
Where in Abuja? What's your name, ma'am? Okay. Where in Abuja are you calling from? Okay, please go ahead. We can hear you, ma. We can hear you, ma. We can hear you, ma. Okay. All right, we lost that call. Hello, who is there and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abuja.
What's your name, sir? Responsibility.
Yes. So, where he fails to do that or abandons the children of the marriage, the wife can approach the court, and the court is under obligation to award damages or award costs that will take care of the welfare.
Let's take
of the
this
children.
call. In case you are there and that is your situation, please, you can call us right here after the show on the number announced earlier. Please, who is on the line? Good evening.
Hello, good evening. This is Joshua.
Joshua from where, please? All right, good evening. What's your contribution or question?
My question is, sorry, can I explain can I just explain a little thing?
Please just explain within a minute. We have many calls trying to come in, sir.
Okay. So as regards the issue of, being violated, a kind of gender violation now, there's a lady that recorded a case to me.
Okay.
So she was like, a mother goes to marry another man.
Okay.
So on that case, now she gave birth to that girl. That's when she was in the school, in her secondary school days. But later, the man she gave birth to the girl to, they didn't get married, so she goes to marry another person. But currently now, she now invited up the lady to come and stay with her right here in Abuja. Now, the case was now like, the lady now came to me and reported to me the case that the man is threatening her that any moment she tried to report a case like that, you understand, that she's threatening her, she's going to sleep with her. He will sleep with her, that if he manage or try to tell the wife that he will beat her up, and try to threaten her that, do you want to spoil their home or what is that? So in this case now, what should be the kind of solutions to this?
Let her call us after the show on 0818 727 4284. It's not something we can deal with right now, but we have enough ability and time to deal with that right after the show. Please let her call us on that number. Thank you so much for calling in. You're welcome. Wow. Okay, we were saying something a while ago about court, not the people being ejected or abandoned can approach the court and seek for
redress.
Okay, redress.
Yes, the court can actually compel the man to pay some amount monthly
to support the family abandoned. So if that is your case, you're being abandoned with your children and you don't have anything to do or you don't know what to do about your situation, call our number after the show and we would help you out on Masaka. Okay, all right, what's your contribution?
My contribution is,
we are listening, please. All right, so that is that. What about spousal battering and assault? We have this go on every day on daily basis, and like we rightly mentioned a while ago, people are kind of silent about this, and the situation gets so bad. In a case where we have this happening in a marriage, it never stops.
Yes.
Until you speak out. It never stops.
Yes.
Until you take an action. So, Mrs. Tolu, what do you say to this from your experience?
There's no end, there's no beginning to domestic violence, because those that are expected to help are the ones that would even encourage the abuse. And that is why we say everybody must be aware that there is a law called violence against persons. It is not business as usual. In our mothers' times, when our mothers were made to suffer through the marriage because of their children, it is so frequent now that women are dying, men are dying from domestic violence. The trend from those our mothers' days up till now is quite different. Their experiences are different.
Wow.
The type of victims we have are different. You may even have victims who the family could still bring back together, but nowadays we have dead victims.
Wow, dead victims.
Dead victims.
And
do we talk about the cases of the Sanda? Do we talk about the banker in Lagos who killed his wife? Cases abound everywhere, every state, irrespective of culture, irrespective of tribe, irrespective of religion. But what we are talking about is Nigeria is a patriarchal society. Our families must be made to know that there is a law that prohibits violence against persons, whether men, whether women. The church too must know. The church must stand up and speak from the pulpit against violence against persons. Yes, submission is good, but submission is meant to be two ways. And submission is not about authority. It is not about obedience. It's about relationships. It is about love. The man must first of all love his wife, and the wife would submit. If we look at the good book, it states there, yes, husbands love your wives as Christ loved the church. Most of the normal married couples we have, most of the time is the man that goes to meet the women. You toasted her, you approached her, and you married her. So why can you still not continue in that type of love? Even if she does anything wrong, you call her and you talk to her. So everybody must be on board to ensure that these issues are addressed.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tolu. Let's quickly take a commercial. We'll be right back.
disinfecting services, fumigation, decontamination, sanitizing, extermination, and general cleaning services. We use hospital-grade chemicals with electric and electrostatic tools to help you create a safer environment for your customers and employees. These commercial fumigation services are used in homes, hospitals, schools, churches, mosques, manufacturing facilities, warehouses, offices, firms, schools, clubhouses, restaurants, and bars, and other businesses. Professional disinfection and pest control services are ideal for high-traffic businesses. It is ideal for us all to keep safe. Let us protect your house, office, factories, religious houses, schools, and hotels against coronavirus and other pathogens. To book our services, call Victoria on 0907 193 8680. Brixton Fumigation and Pest Control Services. We are friendly with pests and viruses.
More violence takes place in our homes, schools, and communities than in war zones.
So, what this show is about is creating awareness so people will start calling, and then after the show, we will take on cases. We will take live cases here, live cases of abuse and bad behavior. But this is first one is to create awareness
in our society.
You have any
We begin to die when we keep silent on the things that matter. This is a gender time, a time to speak out about the pains you suffer in silence. There is no second chance to ease out pain. The best way is to share it. Talk to me. I will give you more than my peers. I will give you my voice. Are you a victim of spousal battery and assault, emotionally abused, a rape victim, discriminated against, or disinherited because of your gender? I am with you. Do not suffer in silence. I can be your voice when you do not have the strength to speak. Where you are right now is not a good place for anyone to be. So, speak out. This radio project is supported by the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, and the Gender Department of the Nigerian
We're going back live. All right, welcome back. We are running towards the end of the show. So if you have a situation out there, you are in a situation where you can't even speak right now to us, number to call us on or send us a WhatsApp message on to lodge a complaint for you to get help as quickly as possible is 0818 727 4281. 0818 727 4284. Call us, send us a WhatsApp message, lodge your complaint, and we have people, agencies that will spring into action. We have the backing of the NAPTIP and also gender department of Nigerian Police Force. So they will be more than willing and available to carry your case up. Trust me, you are not going to pay. This agency is set up to help people like you. Just call, send us messages, and then set up your situation to freedom. And so, back to you. We're rounding up now. Just a last thought from you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
If the marriage is not working and you don't have the family support, it is good to walk away. Yes, the church does not support divorce. Our society does not support divorce. But if it's, you are staying there because of your children, you are hanging on because of your children. When you die, your children will grow up to be God wants them to be.
What about people who are sexually abused? Last word for them.
The last word for them. Stay as you are. We have a sexual assault and referral center established at Buhari Hospital by ROLAC and FCT Response Squad. Go there, you'll be treated, and your case will be referred to NAPTIP. Come out, don't hide.
Wow, thank you so much. This is all we can take this week. Join us again next week at the same time and right here on the same station. A very big thank you to you, Mrs. Toluwaloba Odubeson, Tolulola Odubeson, the Assistant Director and Head Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Unit of NAPTIP, and also Barrister James Ekioma, our in-house legal practitioner, and Adiola Adioti, my producer, and the entire production team. A special thank you to everyone that called into the show today. Thank you so much. You made the show so interactive, even though we couldn't take many calls based on the fact that calls were jamming in. So we go today. Together we can end gender-based violence against persons. Speak out and speak against gender-based violence. So we say bye for now and good evening.